YouTube land. What's up? It's the cheesiest. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing openings like that. I don't know why I try. But no, it's good to see you again. I'm really excited to share with you this game review. It was very insightful for me because I realized how bad I am at defense, and this lesson had so many like interesting things on how to play well in the aspect of like defense and strength, and so it's really cool. So I learned a lot, and I'm excited to share this one with you guys. It's honestly like one of the best lessons we've had ever. So I mean, get excited. This is such a good lesson. I also wanted to mention really quick too, I've recently partnered with Simply Baduk, and they are opening a course on teaching the opening. So trying to stray away from, hey, the AI says this because it's the best, and just saying this is like actually why we do things, and it's explained in really understandable, simple ways. And I'm a simple guy, and I like simple things, and so this course is really cool, and I started working with it. So I'm actually working with them, so if you want to have the course too, they're offering a 20% discount just because it just started, so we're just getting it going. But check it out, link in the description below if you want to try it out and also support your boy a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I just like go. So but anyways, let's get into the video.
Don't fuss about details. We're just looking for when you didn't defend, because this is an issue for you. All right. So what color are you, by the way? Let me remember. I think you're black.
I was black
yes,
in this game. Yep.
Okay.
So just
Go
looking
ahead.
for when I should have defended, but I didn't. Okay.
Looking for weaknesses every step, particularly your own, but just in general.
I don't think this is technically an issue yet.
All right. So it is perfectly okay not to defend R6, but what's the plan if white attacks it?
If white like jumps in with like a pincer or something, I'd probably jump out like P6, something like that.
Oh no, not the plan.
Huh?
The plan is to sacrifice.
Oh.
Generally, if you have something weak and you don't defend, that's okay, but the plan should be to sacrifice. Just ignore him, probably. That move in particular, it looks like you can connect at R8, but don't worry about the details, right? The general rule, for instance, yeah, that you can connect, right? You just stretch, yeah, and you connect. I guess he does capture the one stone, but you don't care, right?
Yeah.
You get 3.
Okay. So
I guess technically that counts as a sacrifice, but yeah.
sure.
So okay, you're fine so far. This is okay. And it's very good that you ignore him again, because your plan is to sacrifice, right? And white does this. This is nonsense. So here, maybe there's a little bit of an issue where you should sacrifice again. Right? But this is not a big deal. Keep going. Okay. So now is when you start to think about what's becoming weak, right?
True. Yeah, so now I guess the middle group is cut off, and in the center floating, and then that one stone
Right.
at C12.
So what
Could
is
be
your
weak.
plan here?
Well, let's see what I did. I pushed up.
Okay, this makes sense, but I want you to actually don't see what you did yet. Tell me what the plan is, verbally.
Manage the weaknesses, I guess.
You're gonna defend the C12 group, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Until it is no longer weak. And then you are going to defend the center group.
Is there a reason why you choose one over the other? Like as in terms of like
One of them is
priority?
about to die.
Fair. Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah, it's gonna die. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so you defend it.
And now.
This is okay.
Yeah.
And now what do you do?
I noticed that the center group was kind of getting in trouble, and I didn't see an easy follow-up he could do to punish this connection.
I think you did okay. I think this is okay. It's not my favorite move, but it's okay. Keep going.
maybe he could like attach or something on the inside.
It's okay. The point is not what the point we're trying to get at here is not whether you defend it in the best way. It's whether you defend it at all, right? So continue.
Okay.
Okay.
It says staying connected.
Okay. What's weak?
So his center group doesn't have 2 eyes, and neither does mine.
Right.
I think my corner is now fine. Don't have to worry about that anymore. So
Right.
we have
So
these
what are
two.
you doing? So this is a good example of a spot where you should talk to me. What should you be doing here instead of R7?
Strengthening my weak group while probably weakening his. If I could do it at
Right.
the same
So
time.
I don't care exactly what the move is. Right?
Something like that.
Yes. Just make sure it's in the part of the board where there's a raging fire.
Something around there, yeah. Even just
Yeah, I don't actually care what the exact move is. We can discuss the details if you want, but this is not a class. Today we're not working about details. We've observed that there's a pressing issue that keeps getting you killed. I would not recommend that one. So one, you're thinking about attacking him too much. You're worrying about his group. Make sure you at least worry about your own. None
this
of
is
that.
still weak.
No.
Yeah. Still weak. Still
Okay,
weak.
so they might actually be okay moves, but don't do any of that. Defend your group. Right? So the first idea you gave, yeah, that's okay. The first idea you gave was probably the best so far, when you said G12,
Yeah.
right? But you did point out that there's a flaw in it at F11. So I would say maybe you can try F11. F11 is nice and connected and keeps pressure.
Yeah.
Not that.
Fair.
Right? So, yeah, there. Make sure you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not going to play away until you're okay.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, just...
Okay?
Yep.
So, remember when we played
was-
C13? Let's go all the way back to when White cut. Okay?
Yeah.
You are not going to leave this fight until you're actually okay.
True. Because if I do that, it's just...
Okay?
So
yeah,
bad.
right?
Yeah,
so
so
you,
bad.
if you don't do it now, okay,
Yeah.
so you play, the fight continues,
Yeah.
yes? And you leave. Were you okay when you left?
I mean, not... I'm not, like, in super danger right now. I feel like, because I have, like, with, I don't know how to use this.
Yeah, so you're not in super danger. I agree.
So this could
okay,
go like
you're
that
not
way.
in super danger.
That way.
Yes, you're not in super danger, but it's critical enough that you should probably do something about it.
Yeah,
Particularly if he is also weak, right? If he was actually very strong at this point, like say, let me take control.
Sure.
Just 1 second. I give myself control. This is how I do it. All right.
Oh, okay.
So here's what happens. All right. If at this point we were to just add a white stone here,
Sure.
now white is not in danger,
True.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now the issue about whether you want to defend is less critical.
It's
Okay?
more urgent, yeah.
Right? In the game, you absolutely want to do something because you're also attacking white. So this is the move I'm recommending. I don't think it's the move I would play myself, right? I would probably do something like this. Because I want to defend my group indirectly while attacking white.
Sure.
However, I don't want you to think like that right now. Because we have an issue that you're not defending your groups. Right? So I want you to defend your groups.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I actually, made a serious effort, yesterday, I did some serious things to try to convince you that this is not necessarily going to lose. Right? I played basically this style against this 3K computer. I beat the tar out of it by doing basically this over and over again.
That's my
And this
next...
is what I want you to do, okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you choose, this is also, if you choose to defend this way and say, okay, what's going to happen here is that now I am really, really okay, and now I'm going to attack, that's fine. And you could absolutely complain that you're giving white tons of territory here, and you probably are. White actually had sort of weakness. That usually I wouldn't call it territory. I would say white had some weakness here that you can exploit. You can do stuff, right? There's stuff to do. And you're helping white fix it. So, you know, it's probably not that great of an idea, but it defended your group, which is what I want you to do, okay? I know that this is probably not the best way to play, but we're fixing something that's on fire.
I think I was...
Okay, you're dying over and over again. We're going to make sure you don't die.
My mindset, I think, was in the right place when I played R7, in the fact of, okay, like I'll have strength on both sides, and then...
Yeah, okay,
you know,
I am returning control to you, right?
Yeah,
so I don't actually care exactly what move you play, but I care that you tend your weakness.
Yeah.
This is what I want you to do in some way. You need to mind the weakness of your group, even if your group is not immediately in danger.
Gotta keep defending. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play tinfoil hat style until it becomes normal for you to lose a game for a reason other than death.
I will literally go make a tinfoil hat and wear it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, okay? This is a plan, and we are probably going to go too far.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
So maybe...
And just accept that we're going to go too far and that this is okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
So,
because I've looked at your games, and let me tell you, your fighting, your Tsuji, your life and death, they're actually pretty good. Right? What the real problem is you're not minding your weaknesses. Now keep going in this game.
Sure. So we go up, and I do that. Which probably wasn't overplay. I probably should have just pushed again. Yeah, because he did cut, actually.
This is okay. You're stronger than he is. You should probably descend at S11. It threatens to capture him. Sort of nice. But I mean, you know, don't worry about the details. Your stretching is okay. You defended the weakest of your stones. Now what are you going to do?
Well, this group's getting pretty weak right there, so...
Right.
And
so
this
that
group is
group's getting
still
weak there, and you have another group on the other side of the board, right?
Yeah.
So there is a potential fire about to happen. So what are you going to do?
I probably should jump out with that middle group. Hopefully I did. I did.
That's what you did. Okay, keep going.
And he goes there, and I wanted to defend my cut.
You can just keep going out, but that's okay, fine.
It's fine.
That's very strange.
I don't think I cared about that one, yeah. Maybe that was
but that's very strange.
Yeah.
So, give me 1 second. I will take control again. I have to give control to myself. I can't just take it back. Okay, that's how it works.
Can I give it? Oh.
So here we are. Yeah. So, tell me what groups are weak?
So we have 3 weak groups, I would say. I'd say we have the middle white and my middle right, and yep. So and then the left one. Yep.
Right.
And then his actually
and then
as well
there's
still.
White group. So there's 4 weak groups.
4 weak groups on the board, yeah.
Right. So we're trying right now to worry about this group, right?
Yeah, that's what's...
How do we do it? We want to help as many of these groups as possible.
If I connect the left and the...
You gotta do it this way?
Yeah, just to get those stones connected and both problems are solved instantly.
Well, I mean, you might not connect. You might connect or not. I don't know. But this helps this group. It hurts this one. It helps this one indirectly.
Yeah, it's better direction.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of this. Now white goes here. This is actually quite painful. Remember how this group was weak?
It's not anymore, yeah.
Right? Okay, now, here's a very good time to stop and take a moment and tell me what you need to do now. Give control, take a look. What's going on this board?
So, the group is still weak, right there.
Right.
And I need to go that way. Or down, or something, find eyes.
So that group's still weak, so you need to defend that group. Okay, so what do? Let's take a look.
So, I did kind of that. Maybe that wasn't a good idea to do a night move.
Probably do it without leaving a cutting point.
Yeah.
Also, it's strong against the white stones. The white is not super strong on liberties, so just push. But okay, whatever. This is okay. Don't worry about it.
Sure. And he did cut me, yeah. So he did exploit that night move. So
Right?
if I'm running,
So
9 moves is probably not the play. Just be more solid.
you probably just wanted. You're not really running. You're trying to find eyes on the edge, probably, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah. So just running, you probably want to do fast, but okay. That's you left too many weaknesses, and now you got a problem. Okay. And white does this. What did you do? Please tell me you captured.
I did capture.
Yes. Great. Okay. Fantastic. And now what does white do?
I think he captured. Yeah, I don't think I even
Yeah,
responded to
that's
that
not
one.
a good move from white. Now, what's the situation? Stop. Don't see the next move. What's the situation? What groups are weak?
Let's see. So I feel like this group is not too weak anymore because we got like
That group is fairly strong.
and then we have a lot of space
Yeah, that
down
group,
there.
that group is probably one of the stronger groups on the board of either color.
Yeah, so
It's not the
this
strongest
is
by a long shot,
still
but that
weak.
group is kind of weak. Is there another one?
This is still weak. I would not
So
say
what
this is too
board
weak
do you want to
anymore.
play in? No, that's
pretty strong.
probably the strongest group on the board.
And it has that
That is about as strong as a group will. That's about one of the strongest groups you'll ever see.
Yep.
So
just,
you have this really strong white group, and it's facing two weak groups, one of either color. So what's going on in your head when you see that? What should be going on in your head?
I probably should just, again, just do something like this and just.
I don't know about that, but yes, you need to do something about the situation on the left.
Yeah.
If I were to tell you exactly what I would do, so here, I'll tell you. Previously, I said I wanted to fight like this, right?
Yeah.
But right now, alarm bells are going off in my head. I see we're trying to fight with Group A versus Group B. And at this point, normally, if you pretend that nothing on the right side, if you pretend that all of this doesn't exist, then A and B are maybe A is slightly stronger than B.
Yeah, just because I'm out a little bit. Yeah.
But when you have this group here sort of pointing at this fight, this is scary.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay, so if I try, previously I said I wanted to fight like this, but I think the wrong thing. I wanted to fight like this, but I think if white comes out here, this group might actually be in danger. So I don't want to fight like that anymore. I want to fight like something much softer.
Just keep them split.
Yeah, but I mean, so this is okay, right? This move is okay. It's still paying attention to what's actually weak. So what did you actually do? Let's give you control again.
So I thought, hey, I'm fine, so I'll just expand. So that's what I did.
Right. So the general rule here is if you ever think you're fine, 99% of the time you're wrong.
Yeah, true.
Okay? So in Go, it is very rare that there is not something on fire.
Yeah.
There are times when that happens, but it's not a common occurrence. There's usually something weak somewhere that is in some kind of issue. All right? So this is actually a problem in white's shape. You did find a weakness in white's position. But I think there's a much bigger issue on the board with two weak groups, and you need to stop and look for them. Now, keep going.
Yeah, so he wants to do that. I just...
This is so strange. So, I don't understand what white was threatening. Why you answered.
I don't even know, honestly. Maybe he could have, like... I mean, does that even do anything? I mean, I don't even know. Maybe he wanted... No, it doesn't even do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, give me a second here.
I don't even know. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I would do if white did this Atari here. So
it's like F5.
You're saying you do nothing. White gives this Atari. You know what I would do? I would do nothing again.
Yeah.
So if white wants to eat these stones here, he's welcome.
It's not big enough.
Right?
Yeah. It's like...
Oh, okay. Let's think about what's actually going on here, right? This group is very strong, right?
Yes.
So eating these stones does not make the group stronger. Right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, maybe you could worry about whether there's an eye for you here or something, but I think a much better way to defend the group, if that's what you want to do, would be this.
Just something like that, yeah.
Now, my recommendation in this position, can you tell me what you think I would play? You have control again?
Maybe you could even do something like this.
Oh yeah, something exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, there is a weak group
Yep.
that you need to take care of, and you just played a stone that's near it that could potentially become weak also, right?
Sure.
Okay, so keep going.
But yeah, whatever, doesn't matter.
Right, anything like that, I would probably try the knight's move at e5, but, you know, put the most pressure on white. But, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, white's not, don't make that terrible empty triangle. Just stretch up. Don't give white those Atari cuts, right? 5 is bad, don't do that.
Oh.
Just stretch. Yeah, just keep going. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
It feels so wrong.
Why is this wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah, what did white accomplish by doing that?
Nothing. I don't know. It just feels wrong.
Absolutely nothing. Why does that feel wrong to you?
I don't know. It just does.
Something's going on in your head that you think that's wrong, right? It should feel wrong for white.
Yeah.
White's making a complete mess of his position.
Yeah. Alright. Anyways.
Alright? Okay. Alright. So you do that. Alright. So,
He
okay.
really wanted those 2 stones.
What do you do now?
I just made gross shape.
This is very
and
strange.
Protected like
right?
1 point.
What's weak?
Right? Well, now, like...
Fire. Okay.
No, this
so
stone
white's,
can be weak.
White's
These
not
are so
paying
weak.
attention to the fire. Right.
These
yes.
are so
So
weak.
this is what you're going to do. Right? Alright. So, keep going.
He defended the corner, I guess. Kind of, not really.
Yes.
I slid. He...
This is okay. What about this slide? The slide is okay. Alright? It's
Maybe a
not
bit
what I
small.
want you to do.
Not defending the groups
Because
again.
why is it okay? What is the purpose of the slide? What is weak that you're defending?
Trying to protect the F3 stone.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're protecting something.
Yep.
Keep going.
He did that for some reason. I guess to press me down. Which, this is where
So
I think...
this is actually not turning out well for you, by the way.
No, it's terrible. This...
Why not? What's the problem?
This group's getting so weak. It's
Right.
just
Okay,
so
keep
weak.
going.
Yeah. I keep going.
So what should you do?
Just stop with this pushing shit.
Stop. Yes, go and protect your group.
Please
so
stop.
I mean, you're making a ton of points on the bottom. This is not terrible, so long as you... If you do this, right, it's okay. So long as you're making a conscious decision at each step, you're looking at your group and saying, "Can I handle this group? Can I handle this group?" And you make the next step, and then you say, "Wait, can I still handle that group?" And you make the next step.
Yeah.
Can I still handle that group? And if you have a plan the whole way through and you're pretty sure you're okay, then go ahead. Right? But you have to make that conscious decision. You have to actually explicitly think that. Right? So you're probably... I think your moves are actually the best moves, but they're not what I recommend you do. Right? I recommend you take care of your group. So, okay, you're fine.
Yeah,
so white plays.
So scary.
Yeah. You see that? You feel that?
It's just one... I mean, maybe there's a hole right there, but...
Good,
Yeah.
good. Now you're thinking the right way. Keep going.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
the start of the attack, I guess, on his end. He...
Right. White's doing a very bad job of attacking, but okay, this is fine.
I wasn't sure why he did that one.
Yeah, that's very strange.
I-
This is good.
When at his vital
This
point,
is good. You're defending your group,
he
right?
ignored. So I Atari. Which,
You should almost never Atari
Probably
anything,
not,
is my
yeah.
default recommendation for Go. It's just
Yeah.
Atari is almost always bad, but this is fine. Just
Well,
keep going.
well,
Nothing terrible is happening here.
Okay.
We're not worrying about shape. We're not worrying about any of that. We're worrying about whether your group is weak. So here we go. And you actually did a great job here, by the way. And you played this,
Yes,
and
yeah.
you completely refuted White's attack. Just keep going. You correctly defended. You are now alive.
Yep.
The last move was actually unnecessary. You're completely alive. When you captured him, right? Go back a couple moves.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
That's
You're
the
alive
end of
without that.
Done. Yeah.
You were already alive. You didn't have to capture him. You can go move back. Yeah, you're alive.
Yeah, true.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You're alive.
Okay.
So anyway, but so fine. Keep going.
Sure. Okay. Where else did we
Okay.
not defend? Let's see.
Okay. So stop. Go back. C3. You did this move at C3. What's weak?
Well, let's see what's weak now. Actually, I noticed that this group was... Oops, where's that pen? This group's actually kind of a little not great,
Okay, so
potentially.
that's the reason why you played C3?
A little bit. I wanted to start to pressure that. Also just take away, like, his base.
That's a pretty good excuse for playing C3.
Yeah.
That's a good excuse. Sometimes I say, sometimes my students give me good excuses for bad moves. Do you think you can actually right? Do you think you no that happens? I mean, and this is actually a good sign. I have no problem with it. If this is actually the reason why you played it, if that's actually the reason why you played a move there, I have no issue with it. Okay.
I hope
it's
that
not.
was my
It's not the best move. But it's that's a good excuse.
Sure. Yeah.
So is this the reason why you played that move?
I think so.
Okay. So let's go back to tinfoil hat style though.
Okay.
Where are Black's weaknesses?
Let's see. So this group's okay. This group's okay.
That group's okay.
This group's okay.
Yes.
This group's okay.
Right.
Probably, I guess this is my weakest area now.
Right. That's where your weaknesses are.
Maybe
in particular, I think the two R12 stones that are hanging there. You could argue that you're going to sacrifice them, but other than that, if you're not going to sacrifice them, then they're weak.
I don't know how to do this. How do I undo? That's fine. Anyways.
I'll take control. What do you want to do? Okay,
it's fine. Yeah. So yeah, those two stones. Maybe I could have warranted a move, something like that, and just.
Okay, this move is okay. Let me show you my point here. Let me give my self-control. I always mess this up. Let's give my self-control. Okay, so the issue about these stones here is that I'm not sure what they're doing.
They're not attacking anything.
Right, they're not attacking anything. They're not surrounding territory. They're not cutting. Right? When you played them, there were black stones here. And they were cutting. They're not doing that anymore. So you could argue that you want to sacrifice.
Maybe I would worry, like, oh, I don't want, like, maybe, like, white to, I don't know, do something, and then, like,
so,
now that's all his kind of area.
Right, so this is okay, right? I think you should, this is okay, right? I would probably say that since there's a lot of weakness over here, this is also an important weak spot.
Yeah.
Right? I would want to play maybe in this direction, and if white wants to play here, I just give him these stones. Just, just swallow them. They're yours. Have them. I don't care. Okay. I mean, this is probably not actually what I would do. I'd probably just completely ignore him. But this is illustrating the point that this is not actually even very big. Like, like this is small.
Yeah, true. You're right. Especially compared to the corner.
So generally, you only worry about the stones if they have a meaning. But okay, so far you're doing fine. So now let's keep going.
Okay.
So this, I think, is the key spot in this game. What just happened here?
He's trying to attack my stones, and he also created a new weakness as well.
Great. So what do you need to do?
Keep connected, keep strong.
No. So which group is weak? Connected is almost impossible, right? If you can connect, then his move was absolutely awful.
Yeah, I'd say this is weak. And
right. So what do you do?
Should strengthen that stone.
Right. So how do you do it? Show me a move that strengthens that. It doesn't have to be the best one. It just has to be a move that has that purpose.
It's not super clear. I don't know.
Any move that has that purpose, just pick kind of a random. That's okay. That's not the one I would recommend. So what is that group's main plan for life?
My K16 stone.
Yeah.
To connect up to the right side.
Really? Because white just... Oh, I see. That's why you played this. I thought you were trying to surround him. I see. So you thought it's possible to connect to the right side.
Yeah, that's why I did it. Yep.
So again, that's not a terrible excuse. It's definitely not possible to do that.
Oh, I did play that move. That wasn't the move I played.
Right, that was the move you played. Right.
At least my thinking's consistent.
I thought you were trying to surround him. And I said, this is... So, I do not think it is at all possible for you to actually make this connection. And the reason it's not possible to make this connection is because you have to connect through his stone.
True.
Right? I don't think it's possible to connect unless you capture him. Right? So this is actually why I think this move from white is actually a pretty severe attack.
Yeah, it felt kind of hard to manage the
Right.
K16 somehow. I didn't see a
Let's
base.
look at the stone and ask ourselves, how is it going to live? Right?
Yeah.
But let's do it with the hindsight that maybe connecting is not possible. What else you got?
I've got to like live on the bottom or the top side, I guess. Maybe I could like.
Oh, living on the top side is probably the best plan.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, living on the top side is a very good move. Because this group is also in trouble. You see why that? You see that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is actually. So it doesn't have to be exactly this, right? But I mean, you could also do it this way. That actually is pretty close to just life, as it stands.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to just life. Now there's another way to handle this kind of group, which is to sacrifice, but I don't think that's viable.
It's such a big area if that dies.
Yeah, right. That group is much. So this stone at A is much more important than the stones at B.
For sure, yeah.
Right. I'm giving you control back, so continue with the game.
Okay.
So now I see why you played that. That I was very confused when you did it. Okay. And white cut you. Yeah, white cut. This is not a very good way to cut, but you cut. But he cut. Okay. So by the way, what was your plan?
I'm just trying to get out and connect up.
No, what was the plan of N15?
Well, N15 was to probably connect up, but
why didn't you do that?
I don't know.
That was the plan. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Okay, so we did this, here, and here I see you sort of start to panic, which is probably where you decided that your group was about to die or something. This group actually should not have died. It did, but it shouldn't have.
Yeah, my alarms were going off. I was like, oh,
yeah. So probably panic should have set in sooner, but okay, right? You're actually okay here. Your group should be fine.
I thought I broke out like that.
Right.
I thought I was fine at that point. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm out. Done.
All right, and then what did you do?
I kept pushing.
Keep going.
Then I
all right.
did that for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. No, this is okay.
Kind of had that same
Keep
shape
going.
from before, just like 10 moves later.
Right. There's a critical spot that where something happened here. This, and here, and then what did you do?
Cut.
Can you tell me what's going on here? What are you trying to do? What is weak?
Well, I know that this group is weak, and now
Right.
I guess this is technically weak. But I was worried about my safety. I'm like, I just gotta.
Right. So
Maybe
why
I
are
could,
we
like-
doing something that has no connection whatsoever to A?
In my flailing, I assumed that I could somehow kill these stones, and then that would maybe connect.
Okay, that's the idea.
Maybe if
Keep going.
maybe if he did something really stupid.
No, right. Okay, now I see what you're trying to do. However, let's make this. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I will take control again here. Here we go, like this. So let's just assume that actually happens exactly as you said, right? And you do this.
Yep.
Capturing these stones only makes this alive if you connect here,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So So, you know, just white like this or something, and, you know. I mean, you're getting massive profit. Like, this is actually probably a good chance to sacrifice the whole thing if you get this. But anyway, this is not actually the move that I wanted to show you. The move I actually was going to complain about was this one. But, here.
Yep.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's up. Let me give you control again.
Well, in my Q brain, now I can attack these stones. No, it's
okay.
It's just
how does capturing those stones save your A group?
I thought maybe I could connect these together somehow.
Okay, no, go back. So how does go back? Okay, so you said you were going to attack those stones, right?
Yeah. It doesn't fix the problem.
How does attacking those stones save your weak group?
It does not.
Right. So what actually can save your weak group? Your group is still fine. Your group is still okay.
Maybe like attack.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I think two spots to the left is the cut you actually want. There, yeah. And then you stretch to 015. That's also okay. Make sure 015 is part of it.
015.
Instead of yeah, just that. Threaten to cut.
Yeah.
And do you see how you're alive now?
Not fully yet. Well, I guess I could attack these. Yeah.
So this is dead?
Yeah, it should be. You would hope.
Yeah. So even if he's not dead, right? He's deader than you are. He's closer to being dead than you are. Right? So I mean, maybe that can find life somehow. But he's gonna, in order to do it, he's gonna have to do things that will help you live.
Yeah, it's almost like attack to defend, you know.
Yeah. It's just this is an important concept here. Is that when he's this weak, he has to make some kind of compromise, and this compromise can be allowing you to live. This is we've always talked about this. The weak stones have to make compromises to find life.
Fair, yeah.
So when you make him this weak, he's going to have to make some kind of compromise to find life, right?
Yeah, sure.
And this compromise might be giving life to you. So remember how you did this and it didn't work, right? It didn't connect.
Yep.
So let's say this happens. Just get the idea here, like this, blah blah, and you know, here something. So when white does this, you absolutely sacrifice the hell out of these guys.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So right. So let's say white somehow miraculously finds life for this, right? Via some complete miracle. Do you think he's probably gonna have to, at the very least, do? Let's play this. He's gonna, at the very least, have to make this exchange at some point. In order to find life, he's probably gonna need that, right? At least.
Probably wouldn't have the foresight to think that far ahead, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's gonna need to do. He's gonna try to find life in here, right? So he's gonna have to do some stuff. Right? He's going to have to stretch and make his eye space as big as possible. This is going to be part of it.
Sure, yeah.
Right? I don't know how it's going to be part of it. I don't know what the sequence is. It's just that's going to be in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And now this works.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't actually... So let's make this clear. You don't have to see all of that. Okay? You don't have to see that. That's not what I'm trying to show you, okay? I'm not trying to display that I'm not trying to display that there's this Tsuji. This is not the point, right? My point is an entirely different one. It's a much simpler one. It's the notion that your group is weak, and you actually sort of did the right thing here, right? But there's a very big difference between this group A, or this group B that you were trying to attack, and the group C that you're attacking otherwise. And the difference is that group C is actually connected to the weak group. If you kill group C, you live.
True. Yeah.
If you kill groups A and B, you can kill both of them and still die.
I just didn't.
Right?
Man,
but okay, this
yeah.
is not the main issue that I had with this game, right? I think most of the main issue I had was around this part.
Shouldn't have
here.
even gotten to that point, yeah.
Right? So this is issue 1, and probably you gave me a good answer to what was going on with A here, right?
Yeah,
you said that you're trying to connect.
Yep.
So you gave a good answer that it's not the right way to think about it, and at least you should do this, right? But I mean, if your plan was to connect, then that's your plan.
Yeah.
You have to, right? I mean, that was your plan. You told me that was your plan. And by the way, again, this should be okay, because in order for this to live, White is going to have to make some compromises that will probably involve giving life to you.
Fair.
And again, this is very abstract, right? I don't have to actually know what the sequence is in order to be able to say, White is just not strong enough to kill you. All right? But, so this, I just wanted you to, okay, how are you going to find life? You're going to find life here, right? And the other part of this game that I was interested in was this. So, this whole issue just simply wouldn't have existed at any point if you hadn't had to make some weird compromise to save this.
Yeah, it'd be a whole different game, yeah.
It'd be an entirely different game. So look, I want to look here. Can you point out what the compromise was? So White didn't make a very good job because White didn't think about this compromise either. But the compromise...
It's like, hey, you live there, but now we have strength on the outside. Yeah.
Right. And what you did here when you played here, you kind of defied that. Right?
Yeah.
So you see why this could be dangerous? And why I was suggesting maybe this? And
True.
you said, after thinking about it, you said this, and this is okay. I'm not gonna yell at you for this. This is, you know, I want to sacrifice the 2 triangle stones, which is why I play here. This is not because I don't think the 2 triangle stones don't need defense. If these were important stones, you would have to play here. That you would have no choice about defending. Right? The reason I want to play this is because I want to sacrifice. Okay, let's go to your next game.
Sure.
Let's do a different one, all right? We're going to do the same exercise.
Okay.
Let's just pick...